try something new this week. So we're doing a
mukbang, literally every video I've watched, people don't know how to say it.
Yeah,
so.
I say mukbang.
You left your drink on top of the dresser.
I did. This is just a new series. We're just trying something new.
Yeah.
And we're calling it Let's All Go to the Lobby.
Yes.
To have ourselves a treat. We're going to...
That's a good noise.
Right?
I already opened mine, so sorry.
ASMR soda.
We're just gonna do food and talk about movie.
Yeah, that's it. Today we're gonna talk about Cabin in the Woods because we just watched it,
and it's spooky season.
Yeah, it's spooky season.
Here's some wonton soup, which I've actually never had.
The rice, arroz,
soy sauce. How do you say soy sauce?
I don't know.
Egg rolls. Have an egg roll from your egg bowl chicken.
I'll get you a spoon. I'll be right back.
I can't be entertaining on my own.
Let's see.
I'm bad at this.
Alright, here's our sesame chicken.
Sesame chicken. It's thrilling to watch us serve food.
I got a bit of sesame chicken sauce on my carpet.
We watch Danny Gonzalez too much.
Pass me some of them sauces. Not until you give me some of them chocolates.
I got chicken sauce in my hair. It's fine.
Well, there's nothing new to say about this 6-year-old movie, but we're gonna say it anyways.
What bothers me is, I didn't even write this down. It just really bothers me. It opens on it's supposed to be a college community, right? Mm-hmm. And just a fucking kid, sorry, I shouldn't swear, because you'll have to edit that out. Just a kid skateboarding in the middle of the road.
To be fair, I do live in a college community, and I can confirm people do walk in the road a lot.
Yeah, they do. He lacks the true faith.
And said I lacked the true faith.
In my notes, a lot of them I don't understand. One just says, in the window, no pants, like a totally normal person.
And her best friend's boyfriend walks in on her and has a full-ass conversation, and then he's like, and you have no pants. How are you not aware that you're not wearing pants in front of Chris Hemsworth?
I'm Thor, son of Odin.
Okay, there's this scene where it's to demonstrate that the Chris Hemsworth character, his name is Kurt, I believe, is actually really smart. He Dana's gonna bring textbooks to the cabin, and he's like, no, don't. Bring this book, it's better. But he pulls it off her bookshelf. He's like, read this, it'll make you sound smart. And I'm like, it's her book. She's probably read it. Just because you're not the jock doesn't mean you can't mansplain Hemsworth.
And you have no pants.
And you have no pants.
Can we talk about how cute Jules and Kurt are, though?
Oh my god, goals.
The first couple times I watched that movie, I was like, whatever. And then this time I was like, they're actually a great couple. Maybe that's the point.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, they do that cute thing where he's like, who taught you how to do this? She's like, you did. You taught me how to be like this.
I learned it from watching you! I thought that was cute. They joke with each other. I feel like couples in movies are so serious sometimes. If it's not a comedy, I feel like most of my interactions are comedic.
Yeah.
I don't have really serious conversations on the reg. Bella and Edward never joke. I'm sorry to bring them into it again. I know that's a lot of what our channel's become.
Ella?
But they're so serious. Or in 50 Shades, sorry to bring it up again, Anna and Christian never joke with each other. They're so serious, and they're always talking about their relationship.
So 50 Shades of fucked up.
I don't get it. I like when movie couples are portrayed fun. Morticia and Gomez.
Hell.
Couple goals.
Gomez.
I just have a line that says suitcase full of dildos. There's a scene where Jules is like, trust me, everything in these suitcases you'll want me to have this weekend.
No, Jules, it's a weekend, it's not an evacuation.
But it's 5-ass suitcases.
Just a bunch of sex toys.
Just a suitcase full of dildos.
Marty is the real MVP because he only brought a paper bag. Also, I know we're doing this out of order, but he legit rolled 7 joints on that RV.
It's filling in the cracks with concrete.
7.
Also, I do not understand when he gets there, he drives up with his coffee bong And they're all like mad at him. They're like, Marty, why'd you bring weed, Marty?
A giant bomb in your father's van?
What do you expect? He's Marty.
Why are they mad at the guy bringing the weed?
Maybe. He's got a husband.
Can we talk for a hot second? There's a
Patience Buckner.
There's a line in Cabin in the Woods where they're reading the diary, the evil zombie diary, and
Patience Buckner.
Yeah, and Dana's like reading it. It's like he had a husband's bulge because of the torture.
But cutting the flesh makes him have a husband's bulge.
And then it's like a throwaway line, and then I never noticed this before, and I've seen this movie like 3 times.
Maybe it's an added scene.
I don't know. Yeah, because I literally never noticed that before. But her and Holden are sitting on the couch, and Marty walks by. Yeah, kissing, and Marty walks by and just casually drops the phrase, he has a husband's bulge, and keeps on walking.
Got a husband bulge.
I was drinking water and spit it out because I was like, oh my god, how did I never hear this before? Marty is a comedic genius.
I had to dismember that guy with a trowel. Good work, zombie arm. Also, I have 2 lines on here that just say, Sudden Sigourney Weaver in all caps, and then Sudden Sigourney Weaver again.
I'm Sigourney Weaver.
C-3PO is coming to fuck you, bitch. Like a
Robot with saws
like buzzsaw hands.
would be terrifying.
You can't beat buzzsaw robot.
You can't stop a robot. That robot's gonna saw through the goddamn door.
There's buzzsaw hands. Ronald the intern.
Let's talk about the true MVP of this movie. Ronald the goddamn intern.
Who at the end holds up a sign that says, help me, a dragon bat has my scent. I'm the intern. Best scene in the whole movie, and you can barely f***ing see it.
Who share the pot with Ronald the intern.
Angry molesting tree.
Angry molesting tree and dismemberment goblins and just Kevin.
Just Kevin.
Just Kevin. Great. No one put their money on Kevin, by the way, but he'll get you. Kevin will get you. I feel like I'm a teacher doing a lecture right now.
Kevin will get you.
With this book and this pen, I'm like, Kevin will get you.
With your illegible handwriting.
I can read it, and it says dismemberment goblin. I mean, should we talk about the hateful scene?
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh. Excuse me.
That guy wanted more.
I'll give them their burps. There's a scene where Chris Hemsworth gets on his motorcycle and is gonna like hero go over the canyon, fucking go.
David Copperfield style.
Yeah, he's
Is
gonna.
he on the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. Is he the like?
Actually, David Copperfield is a musician. I mean, magician.
Magician could be on a motorcycle.
Nicolas Cage and Ghost Rider.
Yes, that's a good example.
Okay.
He's gonna jump over. There was a scene in that where he's like, I'm not gonna jump over 10 trucks. I'm gonna jump over 10 Apache helicopters. Sorry, what movie are we talking about? Okay, and then he runs into the barrier and falls and dies into the deepest canyon that's ever existed. And that scene is shocking and excellent and all that. But it would be 10,000 times better if at the beginning they didn't have, like, they show an eagle run into the barrier.
Like, early in the movie.
Like, right when they get there. And it ruins that scene in an otherwise perfect movie. There's this scene where Dana's talking to Holden, and it's just so me, where she's trying to flirt, and they're both being, like, cute. He's like, oh, I've got, like, internal bleeding. You, like, wound me with your words. And she's like, Jules is a pre-med major. You should talk to her.
Well, Jules is pre-med. You should probably talk to her.
Let me just say, if I'm in the betting pool, my money's on sexy witches.
Sexy witches? Okay, we talked about this, though. They have to kill them all by sunrise. Like, at the end, Sigourney Weaver says that. She's like, you have to kill everybody by sunrise. There were 5 angry redneck torture zombies. there's like multiples, and a lot of them have multiples. Like there's a bunch of other zombies, and there's like
the girls from The Shining are 2 people.
Yeah, and there's like
scarecrows are scarecrows.
And there's a group of like toxic dudes, and there's like the Ku Klux Klan guys.
Are witches.
Yeah, and then some of them would be really dangerous. Like there's that giant freaking snake,
terrifying,
and
there's a giant spider too.
Yeah, and there's a the dragon bat. But some of them, I feel like, would not be able to pick them all off by sunrise.
That robot could, though, let's be honest.
C-3PO with buzzsaw hands, he could do it.
But like just like BB-8, but it's like a ball with barbed wire.
Hell yeah, that's my kink. Barbed wire BB-8. But like the merman, how is the merman supposed to pick off all the people by sunrise? One of the best scenes of the decade when they all come out of the.
It's true.
And the angry molesting tree is there in spades.
Oh shit.
We'd noticed before that like they get more into their personalities as the movie goes on. But like
Chris Hemsworth just suddenly has on a varsity jacket.
Yeah. Why does he have that? You don't get those in college.
No, he's holding it when they load stuff on the bus, but like no, you don't.
So that's his high school Letterman jacket that he just brought with him on a camping trip.
Jules is wearing like a normal dress, but then like as the night goes on, like she's wearing like a low cut shirt and like really short shorts.
Yeah. And Dana puts on a cardigan.
Weird ass fire dance.
Oh my god. With literally, it's by that point, it's just like Dana and Marty sitting there like, please help me.
Oh. Are you feeling lonely, Marty?
He has a husband's bulge.
Got a husband bulge.
We put people in these boxes.
Yeah.
These societal boxes that like people are more than one thing and they like don't fit in those boxes because Marty says later that Chris Hemsworth is a sociology major on full academic scholarship, which is pretty frickin' impressive.
Yeah.
Like, he has to be smart.
Yeah. That's, I guess, the point of the movie. I know people have talked about this 1,000 times before and we're just rehashing. But
Yeah. I like how the zombie redneck torture family, they're like actually scary.
Oh, they're scary zombies,
like,
yeah.
Sometimes zombies are like whatever.
Yeah.
And like really slow.
Good
but
work,
these ones
zombie
are, like,
arm.
actually really scary.
But this is zombie redneck torture family, see?
The Shape of Water is quaking.
The Shape of Water is quaking. Oh my god.
Oh, come on.
There's this scene where the one guy from the command room comes face to face with Dana. And just like the acting in that scene, like it was just such a like facing your. It's like when you do. It's honestly like when you're separated from it, like in a movie, you can root for a character to be like tortured and mutilated and murdered, but then when you come face to face with it in reality, it's like, oh, you're an actually like a real thing with thoughts and feelings. And
I love how at one point before they start partying, he's like, the virgin's death is optional as long as it's last and as long as she suffers the most. And I think that's like hardcore critique on like the whole final girl idea, because we root for the final girls, but like they low-key have the most psychological and physical, in her case, damage
She's
out of
vomiting
anyone.
blood.
Like they're tortured more than anyone, but it's okay because they live. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in most movies, this one included, the final girl doesn't actually beat the killer. One of the men, who was previously thought to be dead, helps her kill the killer. Like, she can't do it by herself.
Yeah.
It happens in this movie too, because Marty's still alive.
I mean, I guess this movie's kind of like a critique on that.
It's true, it's true.
He's got a husband's bulge.
Husband, they lacked the true faith.
Got a husband bulge.
Yeah, this was just like a new thing we're trying. Yeah. We don't really know what we're doing with film reviews yet, so bear with us.
Sorry if this was bad. It was kind of all over the place.
So random.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna try to do this and
just talk about movies that we like and maybe movies that we like less, because that's funny.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for 50 Shades of Grey.
Whoa, I just wanna keep calling your name.
I don't wanna live
forever. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Got a husband bulge.